Hey everybody, welcome. How are you today? Hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you are in the world. So, what are we doing today? Well, I had been actually waiting today to do this React video. Chantal's been quite busy today. She's been very, very busy posting one video after the other. And unfortunately for all of us, it's the same kind of videos revolving around food. Now, anybody who's been watching her content, been following her content, we all know what her issues are. And Chantal just can't seem to make up her mind whether she's going to solve her issues or lean into her issues and monetize them and make money. But considering the tone of how things are now, it looks like she's leaning into her issues and finding a way to give them a job and make her money, which is the worst thing ever for her because of her ongoing health issues that she really doesn't care much about. So, we're going to go over a little bit of everything today. I'm not going to do reacts to all of her food videos. There's really no need to do that. They all pretty much look the same. I wanted to cover the best sushi I ever had video, a little bit of another video she did, one piece of that I just have some comments on, some stuff on Twitter, and then we'll just wrap it all up today. What do you guys say? We don't have to go over every single video she does if she's making the same kind of video over and over. I just think that's repetitive, and I'm just not in the mood for that today, and I don't think you guys are either. So, how about we start with, let me see here. I just want to show you guys what she's been up to today. One moment. Okay, so we are on Chantal's channel. And as you can see, these are the three videos that she posted today. Texas Roadhouse video. She ate a meal from Texas Roadhouse. What I eat as a big girl, rejecting diet culture, and the best sushi video. So she's been busy posting videos back to back to back. Now, here's something interesting about at least one of the videos. Now, Chantal knows that the reaction channels and the reaction community, we're all very eagle eyed, and we pick up on details that she doesn't notice or she doesn't care about, whichever comes first. So, in one of the videos that I'm going to be showing you guys, she let something slip about just how much out of the regular timeline this video is. And you'll see it at the very beginning of the video. Very interesting detail. And this was something that I didn't notice. A friend of mine noticed and he pointed it out to me. I'm like, you're right. You're absolutely right. This video is not recent. It's actually more than a couple of weeks old. Chantal, you like to lie to people. You like to deceive people. But I would think, as someone you like to lie, you'd be really, really good at it. But you're not, because you just let things slip over and over and over again. And that's how you get caught. But so there we go. There are the videos, all three together, just insisting on posting the videos revolving around food when really she shouldn't do that because of her ongoing issues. All right, so now that you've seen that, let's go on to Twitter. Let's hit up Twitter. What do we got on Twitter? Let me just, because there's a lot of Amber stuff in my timeline, because Twitter has just been going absolutely wild with the coverage on Amberlyn Reed due to the video that she put out today saying she was breaking up with her girlfriend. And I posted a react to that video just a few minutes ago and giving my thoughts. So Twitter's been overtaken with reactions to Amber, with thoughts about Amber and this breakup. So Chantal's getting kind of buried in the timeline right now. Let's see if I can find stuff relating to Foodie before we get started. How about we start right here? Because this was actually a moment that I want to capture in the what I ate as a big girl video. This is the part that I wanted to cover. I wanted to just ignore the rest of it because I had some thoughts on this moment right here. So, for those who are wondering, what is this? What's going on here? Did she adopt another cat? That was my first initial thought. When I scanned through the video and I saw the kitten on her shoulder, I immediately went into oh no mode. Like, oh no, this is not happening again. She's not getting another cat. She has a myriad of health problems. She shouldn't have the hamster and Julia. And here we go. We've got another cat, and the cat is a kitten. But then I watched the video and I listened to Chantal, and she was saying that this kitten that's on her shoulder, she did not adopt the cat. The cat is not in her home. Essentially, what happened, she and Salah were out. She saw this kitten by the pet store, and it's really hot outside. And she got in the car with the kitten and she let the kitten cuddle up to her. And then the cat went back out on the street. That she and Salah fed the kitten and then they were on their way. I have to wonder though if Chantal wanted to bring this kitten home. When she lived in Ottawa, she had BBJ, who was a female, and she also had Sam, who was a male. And so I wonder if she was trying to bring in this male kitten to kind of replace Sam. Although, one thing, Chantal, this cat is from the streets. It needs to be checked out. It needs to be given shots and made sure it's healthy. You've got another cat in the house. And listen, if you put a male cat with a female, you know what's bound to happen. Unless the male cat is fixed. You know what's bound to happen. Also, an unfixed male, they tend to spray, and it doesn't smell very good. So she brought this male kitten into the car, and she made some content with the kitten, and then she put it back on the street. And I'm glad that the cat got some food. That's a good thing, Chantal. But just taking a kitten and picking it up and bringing it in the car and giving it that moment where it thinks it might have found an owner and perhaps a home and a nice warm place, and then putting it back on the street, that's just straight up cruel. You realize that, right? You use that poor kitten for content to get some attention, and you said, okay, I'm done with you. Back out on the street you go. If I had seen the kitten, at the very least, I'd be trying to call people or do something to give it a home. Hey, can you guys take it in? Taking it somewhere to maybe so it could have a chance of finding it a home. But no, you used it for content. You got what you wanted out of this poor defenseless little angel, and then you just threw it back out on the street, and that's just wrong. And you suck for that. You will forever suck for that. The desperation must be real. That you'll stoop so low as to use an innocent little baby like that to get some views, and then once you're done, it goes back out on the street. You suck. You absolutely suck. So, there's that. I just wanted to show you guys that on Twitter. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going on to the actual video. Before we go into the actual video, though, let's go on to the comments. Let's do that. Let's see what the people have to say. I want to give them a voice by showing their comments. Sarah Park says 3 plates of sushi rolls eaten all under 15 minutes. Meal supplements, overeaten healthy meal, call it whatever you want, except for what it truly is, a B moment. In your heart of hearts, do you truly believe that you are on a path to recovery? I don't think she is. Speaking of sushi, listen, y'all take a look. Take a look at how much sushi we have right here. Let me give you a clearer picture. Those sushi rolls are about double the size of a regular sushi roll. And she ate 3 trays of them in less than 15 minutes. If you take out the talking parts, if Chantal were sitting there eating and not talking, she might have eaten all that in less than 5 minutes. Maybe less than 6. Those rolls are so large that she could barely fit one in her mouth. And she just wolfed them all down. I've eaten sushi before. I love sushi. I love me some California rolls. And let me tell you what, they fill you up. They truly fill you up. But here's the scary thing with foodie. She ate these rolls And she kept complaining that it wasn't filling her up. She wasn't happy. She wasn't satisfied. She wasn't all the way topped off. So she ate all of those rolls and she still wasn't happy. And you can only imagine what happened after the camera was turned off. Like she went straight to the kitchen and she topped off the tank, so to speak. You know, like she wasn't done eating. She's not done until she can't put another morsel down her throat. So quite scary, Chantal. You've got so much sushi in front of you that any other person might not have been able to finish half of that. And you finish them all and you're like, I'm not done here. I need more. It's scary and astounding all at the same time. Ottawa Daisy said, I'm sure Salah is wondering what he got himself into. This is a lot for any partner. I have no sympathy for Salah, none at all. I will never have sympathy for him because he co-signs on this every day. He doesn't put his foot down. He doesn't try to stop her. He's in it for what he's in it for, and that's money and to be well taken care of. And how is he taken care of? By her doing stuff like this. If he was any kind of a real partner, if he cared about her at all, he would do a little bit of protesting. He might put his foot down every now and again, but he doesn't do that. He's just very content to let her do whatever it is she needs to do to make the money to give to him and to pay the bills and the rent. He so doesn't care about her welfare at all. He's so emotionally unattached. She looks at him, and because he doesn't say anything in protest, she's taking that as, oh, he really accepts me. No, Chantal, there is something called indifference. When somebody doesn't care about you at all, they are indifferent. When they're indifferent, they don't care what you do with yourself because it doesn't involve them. That's where he is. He is indifferent. So what you look at as acceptance is actually indifference. Like, I don't care if you go, I don't care if you stay, I don't care if you do this thing to yourself. It has nothing to do with me. I'm not part of it. That's the position that he's in. Brittany says, is this a family combo? One tray should be enough to satiate your craving for sushi. And this person was pointing out she had the fried seafood. All right, let's see. Joni says, the volume of food is alarming. The goal in Chantal's mind is to stuff herself. She likes that feeling. It's not about the taste. I have to agree with your comment, Joni. It's all about volume. It's all about the amount versus the taste versus the nutritional value or how healthy it is. It's about just straight up volume. She's got to have the volume, and she always gravitates towards the heavier foods that stay in her stomach for a while and give her that full feeling longer. I feel that's the reason why she stays away from the healthier food, because it doesn't stay in her stomach that long, and therefore she's hungry again. But here's where Chantal has put herself on a forever hamster wheel. She gravitates towards carbs and sugar. The carbs and sugar only stimulate your hunger. So you eat tremendous amounts of carbs and sugar, and you get that euphoric feeling off of the sugar, but then that feeling fades, and then you feel hungry again, and then you have to eat again. So you're forever eating because you're forever hungry. She could get herself off that wheel with therapy, with different coping mechanisms, with healthy food, but she just continuously just running on that wheel over and over and over again. Kookie says, so is a prepared meal plan food not a thing anymore? I thought Salah paid for an entire month. Well, he did. He did pay for an entire month. But in Chantal's mind, it's not enough food. And so if he said, hey, I paid for all this food, of course she's going to say, well, I'm eating it. And she is. but at the same time, she's eating what she wants to eat on top of that. So if Salah thought by giving her the diet food that that was going to help, it's not really doing much because she's still eating what she wants to eat on top of the diet food. She's not completely rejecting the food, but she's not sticking with just the food. She keeps supplementing her wants and needs in with the meals. Miss Eva says, just because you're not hiding it doesn't mean it's not a bee moment. Wolfing down food at warp speed like it's going to get stolen is clearly a bad moment. Be careful, be honest with yourself and stop disassociating with reality. Yeah, like she tries to mince words. She does the word play and the semantics. You know, I'm sure she's gone to Salah and she's painted a picture, a half picture of what a bee moment looks like. Maybe she's described it to him as, oh, this is what a bee moment is. You put a bunch of food in front of you and you go to town on that mass amount of food all at the same time. But there's different ways to have a bee moment. You can sit there and graze from one thing to the next thing to the next thing to the next thing for hours. That's still a bee moment. It's just in a different form. Different mask, same partner. You're still doing that dance. So I don't think Salah is really knowledgeable about the different ways, the different forms it can take. But the damage at the end of the day, it's still the same. It's still something bad. It's still something that needs therapy. It needs different coping mechanisms and skills. You got to take some accountability for it. She will never do that. Sorley says, I'll have to remember those moments when I get an urge to blank, says the woman chowing down on enough sushi for at least 3 adults in 15 minutes, while saying sushi isn't filling. So we'll probably need another couple of giant meals later on. You know what you have to do, but it ain't happening unless you get inpatient care. I hate to be repetitive. I know you guys probably don't like hearing the same things over and over and over again. I get that. But she does need the inpatient. She'll never get it, but that's the only thing that would work. Tammy Slayton got inpatient and she's doing amazing. She looks and feels, I'm sure, like a whole different person. And it worked for her. And it might work for Chantal, but the thing is, she'll never commit to it. Let's see. User says, why do you eat all that food like someone's trying to take it from you? How can anyone eat three trays of sushi in less than 15 minutes? Oh, wait, she can. Yeah, that's always been something with Chantal. She eats like somebody's going to take it away from her. Like somebody's going to walk in the room and say, okay, time's up. Time to stop eating, when nobody's going to do that. She doesn't want to slow down and taste the food and enjoy the food. It's really weird. She says she loves food, but how can you love it if you don't even taste it? You don't even give yourself time to taste it. You're just going for straight up volume, like you're in a hurry to get full. I don't get it, Chantal. I really don't. Auntie Panda says, when one thinks of how big a stomach is, it's about the size of an average person's closed fist. That being said, with all those rolls, it's probably double, if not triple, the size of someone's stomach. Granted, foodies is much larger because of all the bad moments, eating and having to expand over the years. I think she stretched out her stomach, honestly. Like all the tremendous amounts of eating that has stretched out her stomach a lot. But even still, even though you stretched it out, it can shrink back if you just, kind of retrain yourself. Healthy Fit Free says having bad moments should not be used as a justification to continue overeating. You can't give into every craving you have. I go to the grocery store and I see donuts on sale and think, well, maybe I'll just have one a day. It'll be okay. I think that every single time I don't get them because I know they are my trigger food and the box will be gone in 5 minutes. When you're trying to stop bad moments, You have to cut out the bad foods. If you aren't willing to do that, then you should be honest with yourself and your viewers about it. Right. Pick a lane. She likes to just swerve in and out of the different lanes. One minute she's wanting to get healthy, the next minute she doesn't. Like she, backs off of something and then leans back into it. And we're getting whiplash over here. And now with YouTube's new policies, she keeps dancing around the issue one minute and then leaning into the next. I mean, just cut it out, Chantal. If you want to do this, nobody can stop you. Nobody can stop you from monetizing your problem. You shouldn't be monetizing it. There are policies against it now. You know what you need to do for your health. If you don't want to do it, nobody can force you to do it. But the lying to yourself and your audience just needs to stop. Let's see. Gizmo says, you just have to remember that this isn't just about you now. You have a husband who shouldn't have to give up his travel goals. You have to put this first and finally stick to something so you don't hurt your marriage. Salah was expecting to be able to take his love all over and spend time together, not to be stuck in the same country. I don't know what's going on with Salah and Chantal. I'm sure they've had more than one conversation about what's going on with her. Definitely he wants to go travel. He wants to go see things. He's been cooped up with her for months. Maybe she's been feeding him a bunch of lip service about, yeah, we're going to go travel. Yeah, I'm going to lose weight. Yeah, I'm going to get this issue under control. She probably tells him just enough to get him off her back for a while. She puts on appearances like she is doing something healthy when she's really not. But if you tell lies about something, eventually those lies get found out and you can't hide them anymore. So Salah's been with her for what, 6 months, maybe more than 6 months. If he hasn't caught on now, he never will. He should have figured everything out when she came over the first 3 months. And she's only gotten worse. Her health has only gotten worse. Her mobility has gotten worse. I mean, when exactly does this guy catch on that there is a serious problem and he can't fix it and she can't fix it by herself? A lot of people are calling her out for what she's doing in the comments. Everybody's telling her she needs to go to inpatient. All right, so that's it for some of the comments. Let's go on to the actual video. And I'm not going to play the whole thing, but you can see this is one of the trays. Look at the size of those rolls. They're super sized. They're bigger than the average sushi roll. And she's got 3 trays of them. A lot of people on Twitter and on YouTube have been clocking Chantal on one detail. You see her top? That is a maternity top. Everybody's been clocking her for that top. So she talks about she found a place that she could actually find clothes that fit. That is a maternity top. Later on in the video, she says that it's a 3X. Well, it's a 3X in maternity. So she had to get a maternity top and actually to find something to fit her. Let's see. Hold on a minute. I'm looking for something really quick. One moment. I want to show you guys something. Let's see if I can find it. Okay. I'm trying. Okay, there we go. Before we get into the video, though, let me just stop the screen for a minute. We're going to jump backwards for just a second. Sorry about all the jumping back and forth, but just this little detail. Okay. So this is the other video, what I eat as a big girl rejecting diet culture. Now, everybody knows that Chantal got the henna on her hand. This was not recent. This is something she did, what, a couple of weeks ago? So look at the henna on her hand. It's not faded at all. It looks brand new. She's posting this video today. And so this video was done when that henna was still very, very fresh and brand new looking. And she's just now getting around to posting this footage. Interesting. Just, are you recycling old footage, Chantal? You know, because she does like to keep us confused. Like sometimes she'll do videos and wait a few days, or she'll wait a week to post it because of the reaction channels. She knows we pay attention. So maybe this is her way of trying to confuse us. So who knows when this video was made, or what. This portion right here, though, was done. It wasn't done recently because the henna on her hand is all but rubbed off. Okay, going back to the sushi video, let's get started with that. And I'll give my thoughts. Let's go.
Welcome back to another video. Today I am having sushi. I have not had sushi in a long time and I was really craving it today.
Oh, there's that word. I hate that word. Do you guys hate that word? Let me know in the comments if you hate that word. I hate that word because she overuses it. I hate it because she uses that word as an excuse and as a reason to give in to her urges rather than stay away from them. That's why I hate it. That word is a workaround. It's a complete verbal workaround. It's a justification for her giving in to things that she should not have.
So I'm gonna have sushi. So I got a combo. There's a lot of sushi here, but it was a good deal on like getting different kinds. Whoa, cool. Check it out. I don't know. These are like little crispy bits. Let me open all of them to show you first.
By the way, that is so tacky. Can I just tell you how tacky I think that is, Chantal, that you waited until the video started before you unbox them? You couldn't arrange them nicely on a plate or a platter and just give better presentation? Is this your way of trying to stretch out the video a little bit longer? You wait to unbox or, take things out of packages rather than do it before the video begins.
Okay. So I have some soy sauce here. And some chopsticks. All right. So I'm gonna put some soy sauce, just like on top of the sushi. It says easy to tear, and there's no tear spot. Oh, I see.
Not quite sure why she needed the soy sauce to begin with, because I'm looking at the sushi rolls. They already have stuff on them.
Ew, it smells weird. So I'm just gonna like dispense a little bit on every sushi roll here. Make it rain soy sauce. I love soy sauce.
I know there are some people that don't eat sushi. Maybe some of you in my audience, you just don't do sushi, you don't do sushi rolls. One thing of note, soy sauce is very salty. And every time I eat California rolls and I use the soy sauce, let me tell you, it makes me thirsty. So we've already got some kind of sauce going on with at least 2 of the trays of sushi rolls, and she's going to add soy sauce on top of that.
My sushi. So none of this sushi has raw fish. Julia, which is not why Julia's not bugging me. I'm just not down for that. raw fishy. I just can't do it, man. I just can't do it. One more. Sodium here. I don't know.
And I love how when Chantal's doing this mukbang, you know, because she did not take the time to just put everything out and get ready, like she just throwing the trash right next to her. Why not just have like a paper bag or a plastic bag to put her trash in, while she's putting things away? Sloppy.
I love it. So, anyways, I'm like so tired right now. You have no idea. What is this stuff? Oh, crunchy tempura bits. Cool. Yeah, I'll take that. I love these things. So let me just set this up and then I'll get to the point. So what kind did I get? I got, this is like crab sticks with spicy sauce, avocado, cucumber. These are shrimp balls, fried shrimp with carrot, I think avocado, black sesame seed, spicy sauce. And these are wrapped inside of white, I think, soy paper. It's not seaweed. So I'm happy about that because I don't like the taste of seaweed at all. So let's take in beauty bites. I want to try this one first. I forget what's in all these. I'll have to look it up and put it on the screen, I guess, maybe. Whoa. Beauty bite.
Okay, hold on. Oh, I didn't do the right freeze frame. Sorry. I was trying to give you guys an idea of how big those rolls were. Sorry, I didn't freeze fast enough.
Mmm. That makes my mouth happy. I don't know how to use chopsticks. No fish.
Okay. Now you guys got a good idea. I got it this time. That's twice the size of a normal sushi roll. Most sushi rolls are much, much smaller. And we all know that Chantal can stuff her mouth pretty good. She can practically unhinge her jaw. Look at the size of that sushi roll. That's not a normal size. Most sushi rolls are made to be bite size, not family size. A lot of people were wondering, are those party platters? I actually went on the sushi website just to check, see if they were like platters or something that you share with other people. They're not. They're like, those are just like 3 individual servings. But my God, the size of those sushi rolls is just too much.
Taste, I love it.
Like, look at it. Look how big it is. It's enormous. That's like 2 rolls put into one.
Another bite. Mmm.
Chantal, you lie, but you tell on yourself. That's what I love about you. I love it the most. I love the fact that you tell on yourself. I've been reacting to you long enough to know when you really, really love something and when you really, really don't. And just based on your reaction, I don't think you hate the sushi rolls, but you're not exactly enthralled by them either. I think you think they're okay. But if you really, really liked them, you'd be giving us the big reactions to match. The eyes rolling in the back of your head, like the moaning and all that. You're not doing that here. You're okay with it, but you're not like, this is something I want to eat again later. And a lot of it.
Wow. That is so good. This crab sticks one. Mm. This one has crab and shrimp. Mm. The spicy mayo they put on it is so good and unique. I haven't tried it before. Like, I've tried spicy mayo, but it tastes this one different than what I've tried before. Um,
And I gave you guys my honest thoughts. Chantal is a creature of habit, and especially more so with her food. So in the past, when Chantal was at the villa, she ate a lot of the same things, sometimes over and over and over again. Like she would just get stuck on one food for a week or 2 weeks or maybe 3 weeks or a month. Y'all remember when she was eating the paneer for a month straight. And then before that was the nashies. She ate nashies every single day. And then there were the Jamaican beef patties. She would just get stuck on one food and eat nothing but that food every single day. So here's Chantal eating sushi. And we've never really seen her eat much of sushi, have we? So I'm wondering, Chantal, what prompted you tonight to eat the sushi? Was it Salah trying to get you to eat healthy? Was it somebody paying you to eat this? Maybe they wanted you to eat it and they sent you a personal request. Because this looks kind of out of the norm for you. This might be normal if you were trying to change your habits and you were opening up your palate to something other than the norm. But from what I've seen, you're not about that life of changing yourself or trying to find healthier foods to eat. So I'm wondering, why all of a sudden are you eating sushi? Was it his request? Was it somebody else's request? Because this just looks strange for you to sit down and eat sushi.
I have chicken marinating in milk in the fridge.
So if you have chicken marinating in milk in the fridge and that was supposed to be your meal, why do this? I mean, you could say you could get like one tray of sushi and eat that and be happy and satisfied, and then wait a little bit and cook up the chicken and be happy with that too. But how can you sit there and eat 3 trays of sushi and that right there, y'all, listen, I would not be able to finish all of those. There's no way. Maybe one tray, maybe part of another tray, but that's as far as I could go. My stomach would look at me and go, "Are you kidding? You no, we there's no more room down here." And that would basically keep me happy all night. I wouldn't have to eat again. Once you get full like that, it takes a while for your stomach to say, "We're empty." So she ordered the 3 trays of sushi, which is a tremendous amount. And then she's got more food waiting after that's over. I can't.
Because I wanted to make fried chicken, mashed potatoes, and broccoli today, but as you can tell, I'm so tired because we just got home.
And that's another thing that I find interesting. So she has said that when she and Salah go out and they got to go shopping and they got to go do things, for the most part, all she does is sit in the car with the air conditioning. So why is she tired? She didn't do anything. She didn't go anywhere. I don't get that. Just a shopping trip makes you exhausted? That's a bad sign, Chantal.
And I will tell you, I need to get in better shape because just shopping and walking around a large area really getting very challenging. and leaves me exhausted. But we went to a huge market, and
I really wish she would finish her sentences. Like she'll start telling us something, get two words in, and then have to stop because she's eating. I wish she would just like eat something and then wait and do a couple of thoughts before she starts eating again. Finish your sentences, Chantal.
we found a clothing store that had some shirts that are like some clothes that fit me. Just took some digging, you know?
And that should be a warning sign for you. If you're getting to a size where you're having more and more and more and more trouble finding things to fit, shouldn't that be a sign to slow down with gaining weight and getting your health together? If you are at a point now where it's getting harder and harder and harder to find clothes that actually fit, to the point where you're having to wear maternity tops, that should be a sign. Hey, this is getting completely out of control. I need to slow this down. I need to do something. That'd be a wake up call for me.
This is like a long shirt. The front is a bit shorter, and the back is long to cover all my areas. So good. So man, seriously, just was a huge market. And by the time
Chantal, if you were mad at Salah for taking you shopping because you need new clothes, you can't really get mad at Salah for taking you out to get new clothes. It's not like you're wearing, you know, average sizes and he can just guess at your size, or you could tell him your size and he could just go out and get something and bring it home. He has to have you with him. He has to make sure that the clothing fits, so you have to be there. Like you guys weren't even sure you could find something, so he has to have you there. Can't get mad at him for that.
I get to the car, I'm just like sweaty, flushed, just ready to pass out. I have to remember those moments.
You know, you're thinking about that moment today, about going to the store and having trouble walking and how unpleasant it was to walk and to do simple things. But at the same time, you're using the food to forget, aren't you? You're thinking about it in your head. You're recalling how unpleasant the experience was, but you're using the food right now to forget and to soothe yourself.
When I get an urge to binge eat.
Ma'am, what is this? What moment is this? What exactly would you call this? Would you minimize it and say, I'm just having a large meal? Well, maybe, but during this video, you tell everybody you're not full. And we know what that means, and we know what that leads to. You ate all this sushi, which would be a tremendous amount for anybody else. And you said in the video, I'm not full. And we know what happens when you're not full. You're going to do what you need to do to be full. So if eating all of this plus more later isn't a B moment, I don't know what is.
The only thing with sushi is I don't find it very filling.
There you go. There it was. There it was. Even though she had 3 trays in front of her, it's not enough. It's not going to be enough for her. What do you think is going to happen, y'all? She sat there and ate all of this in front of us, but the camera's going to turn off. What do you think is going to happen? You can only imagine.
I could eat like a million people, I swear. This white soy wrapper is definitely better than the nori. I don't like the nori.
It's too bad because seaweed is good for you. I actually like seaweed.
What? I guess it's not technically sushi, is it? I thought sushi just meant with the rice. Mm. This is the best sushi I've ever had. I'm not kidding. How do I?
You know, I'm picking up something here. I don't know what's going on. Like when I watched this video earlier, because I peeked at it, I looked at Chantal and I'm like, did you take something before the start of this video? Because she just didn't seem normal. Like she had taken something, some medication or something. Like she wasn't all the way normal. But also I was picking up an element of she's tense. Like she's not happy about something. I don't know what it is. I couldn't put my finger on it, but she's mad at something.
Use these.
It kind of feels like her and Salah had a fight or an argument, and she's still seething about it. But if she's mad because they had to go shopping and she had to go with, like I said, you can't be mad at that, Chantal. You can't expect that man to find something to fit you unless you're right there with him.
I'd probably be thin if I lived.
Chew your food and swallow it before you talk.
In a place where I could only use chopsticks. I'd probably find a way to shovel it in. Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah, like you and Salah have talked about going to Japan, and your chopstick etiquette would just be frowned upon there. Licking the chopsticks, not cool.
So, I mean, this one's my favorite. It is what it is. I know what I have to do. It's just Annoying. Spicy. So this is just a fast video, like have dinner with me type deal.
What? Did y'all just catch what happened right there? I mean, she's rolling her eyes. Like she is so. Look at that face. I'm just picking up a sense of unhappiness here. The vibe that's been going on with her in Kuwait lately is not the same vibe when she was in Canada and she was running around to all the different fast food joints and eating food. When she was eating in Canada, there was some happiness to it, there was some joy. And that's just completely gone. Maybe it's because she's not eating the foods that she's really wanting. She's eating other stuff, and maybe that's it. Or maybe it's because of Salah and the whole marriage situation has just gone completely sour and she's over it, and yet she just won't go home and fix it. But she's not happy in this video, not at all. It's just full attention and just boiling anger.
I need rest to replenish my energy. And I'll be able to do more.
Like what? She says, I'll be able to do more. Like what? Chantal, you and Salah both revealed to all of us that you sleep 10 to 12 hours a day. So if you slept 10 to 12 hours a day, what would you do? Like, what do? You do nothing but sit in the house and do these videos, which don't require much energy. That's what you want to do. You want to sit in a house and do videos for YouTube. You don't want to go out. You don't want to do anything. That doesn't take much energy. And it almost seems like you're resentful if someone makes you get out of the house and do something different because it's out of your norm, it's out of your comfort zone. Yet your comfort zone is what's hurting you because you are engaging in unhealthy activity in your comfort zone.
Slightly more. But yeah, this is actually it's a 3X, this shirt. I was surprised. That was the max they went up to.
You know, I was on Twitter and somebody said something that I really had to stop and think about because I'm like, that's an interesting point. So, anybody who's been watching Foodie, we've all been wondering why she is stuck on certain numbers. Anybody who's been watching Foodie, then you know very well that when she talks about her weight, she says she's like 330, 360. She never goes beyond the 300s, right? She's always saying she's like in the mid 300 pounds. So here's a thought. I'm wondering, and that's just an interesting thought to have. The last time that Foodie was in the 300s, the high 300s, was when she was with BB. Now, obviously, we can all look at her and tell she is well over 400 pounds. Maybe she's even in the 500s. But the last time that she was in the 300s was when she was with BB. So here's the interesting thought. Like maybe, perhaps, this is just a theory now, just throwing it out there. Maybe Chantal has some weird, strange inner perimeter barriers of she perceives anything under 400 pounds as being small and anything over 400 as being big. And that's why she's stuck at, oh, I'm only 360. I'm only 370. Because that was the weight that she was at when she was with BB. She doesn't want to acknowledge the weight gain that happened after BB. like the changes in her body after her leaving BB. Just something to think about. Chantal, a lot has changed since you were with BB. A lot. Your health has gotten worse. Your breathing has gotten worse. Your mobility has gotten worse. And you can sit there with the strange, unique perimeters inside yourself and lie to yourself and say, I have not progressed physically past this point, but pictures and videos say otherwise. You can take a picture of yourself, of how you looked when you were with BB, and just put it next to a screenshot of how you are now, and you will definitely see a difference. So if you're trying to tell yourself a lie, if you're trying to keep up this false narrative inside yourself that, like this certain weight is not big and this certain weight is, and you're trying to maintain the lie inside yourself, it's not working, and it's not working to your benefit.
And I'm like, well, but some shirts are made like baggy. So it depends where you buy and on the brand and all that. Mm.
That was so forced. She's like, that was so good. That was so forced. Like, I'm not saying the sushi was terrible. How do I know? I'm not there tasting it, but it's sushi. It's not sweet. It's not loaded with carbs. Therefore, it's not her favorite thing. She ate it to eat it. She ate it because she was hungry, not because she was really craving it, not because it was her favorite thing. Her reaction to her favorite things is a lot different.
So good. But see, like sushi's not that filling.
There it is again. So she said it earlier, sushi really doesn't fill me up. Now she's saying it again. It's really not that filling. So she's saying that after eating 3 trays of sushi rolls that were double in size than what a normal sushi roll would be. So what do you think is going to happen when this camera is turned off?
I don't know why it's weird. It looks like a lot of food. It is a lot of food, but anyway. Because, for example, like another shirt I tried on there was also 3X, but it didn't fit the same way. But that got rid of my sushi craving. Alhamdulillah. All right. Well,
Like I don't know what's going on, but she just seems annoyed. She seems really annoyed with this mukbang. She seems like really annoyed at something. And maybe it's Salah, maybe it's the food, maybe it's both. But she's just annoyed. That's why I want to cover this one. She had the other 2 videos. The part about the kitten, I already covered that. I gave my thoughts on that. And she's had a Texas Roadhouse meal. Honestly, I don't want to cover that. It's boring. Her food content is boring. So sometimes I'm just going to go ahead and skip. I have that option as a reactor. I'll do what I want. So, hope you guys have enjoyed this react video. If you have, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. Would really appreciate that. Y'all take care and have a good one. Bye bye.